Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So let's start with our class today. How are you, Surbi? Sangeeta? Doing good?
Good, good. How are you?
Yes, all good, all good. So today's session is on Ho'oponopono, on healing healthy relationship, healing how to nurture a healthy relationship and how to heal a relationship. So a healthy relationship is not one where two people never hurt each other, बिकॉज जब भी कहते हैं घर में दो बर्तन रहेंगे तो कहीं ना कहीं वो आवाज थोड़ी बहुत आती ही है तो unconsciously we hurt each other. That's not a big deal. It is only when there is a now the for a healthy relationship, if there is a willingness to understand, repair, respect and grow, that turns into a healthy relationship, right? So there should be a willingness to repair. कोई हमने एक दूसरे को कुछ बात कह दिया, दैट हैपेंस, ऑलवेज हैपेंस, लेकिन अगर ये है कि नहीं मैं तो कुछ उसको रिपेयर ही नहीं करूंगी या रिपेयर ही नहीं करूंगा, देन द ईगो कम्स इन बिटवीन, और जहाँ पे ईगो है वहां पे रिलेशनशिप नहीं है. सो व्हाट विल बी द फ्लो ऑफ द क्लास टुडे? फर्स्ट वी विल अंडरस्टैंड, देन एसेस, रिफ्लेक्ट, okay, and release. We'll do through releasing, we'll do through the Ho'oponopono prayer, and then meditation also, the same thing, and affirm and then act. This will be the flow of the class today. Now, let's understand relationship. Let us reflect on how important is relationship in our life. Now, everything that we are doing, जो भी कुछ हम कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो करियर के लिए कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो मनी के लिए कर रहे हैं, वट एवर वी आर डूइंग फॉर आवर सेल्स, वी आर ऑल्सो डूइंग फॉर आवर फैमिली मेंबर्स, राइट? टू शेयर द हैप्पीनेस विद देम. तो आई थिंक कि वन ऑफ द थिंग, जितने भी हमारे एरियाज ऑफ लाइफ हैं, whether it is career, money, health, relationship, I think relationship holds a very, very important place, right? So what kind of relationship am I creating through the way I show up? That also we will discuss. कि एंड द लव डजंट मीन लूजिंग योर सेल्फ. सो कभी कभी क्या होता है कि हम अगर इतना ज्यादा प्यार में सेक्रीफाइस करने लगते हैं, वी हैव टू सी कि आर वी हैव वी स्टार्टेड लूजिंग आवर सेल्फ, क्योंकि हम ना कभी कभी कह ही नहीं पाते हैं, एंड वी कीप ऑन डूइंग एंड डूइंग एंड डूइंग फॉर द अदर पर्सन, एंड द अदर पर्सन ऑल्सो स्टार्ट्स टेकिंग फॉर ग्रांटेड. दैट इज नथिंग, दे आर डूइंग इट कॉन्शियसली, इट्स द ह्यूमन नेचर. अगर हम ओवर गिव करेंगे तो दूसरे लोग हमको टेकन फॉर ग्रांटेड लेंगे ही. So love doesn't mean that we have to lose ourselves. And what actually means a healthy relationship? It needs trust, respect, honest communication, acceptance, healthy boundaries, and reciprocity. So these are the 7 pillars that keeps a relationship steady when life becomes difficult. So let us discuss the first pillar now. The 7 pillars, is my first pillar is trust. Now, the two people in a relationship, if they feel safe with each other, now safe with each other कहने का मतलब कि जहाँ पे कोई जजमेंट ना हो, जहाँ पे if I can be the way I want to be, I will have my own space, मैं ऐसा ना करूँ वैसा ना करूँ, बहुत सारा restriction जहाँ पे नहीं है, I can just be myself. So, and the trust is that we know that whatever we are, however we are, the other person is not going to leave me. So that creates the trust in the relationship. Second is respect. I value you even when we disagree. Now, अगर हम देखा जाए तो दो दो लोग, दो टू पीपल का एग्रीमेंट हमेशा सेम रहे ऐसा कोई जरूरी नहीं है. Even two, siblings, even if you take two twins, even the twins also have a disagreement. They have a difference in opinion. So having a difference in opinion is actually good, because that helps us to see the other person's perspective as well, and that broadens our perspective. हमारा नजरिया जो है वो और चौड़ा हो जाता है when we see the other person's perspective as well. Sometimes it brings growth also. अगर मैं किसी बिजनेस के बारे में सोच रही हूँ और मैं एक ही नजरिए से सोच रही हूँ, बट द अदर पर्सन हैज अ डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव, इफ आई एम विलिंग टू अंडरस्टैंड द अदर पर्सन पर्सपेक्टिव, तो शायद वो उनका नजरिया मेरे बिजनेस को ग्रो करने में मुझे हेल्प करेगा. सो हियर अगेन, shedding the ego, having the willingness to listen to the other person, and having a mutual respect, even when we disagree, having a mutual respect that helps to grow any relationship and that helps to grow individually as well. So the second pillar is disagree. Third pillar is communication. Now, there are two kinds of silence. One kind of silence is when we have grudges, we are not comfortable with the relationship, we become silent totally. And that brings a distance in the relationship. दो लोगों के बीच में distance create कर देता है. दूसरा साइलेंस तब है जब ऑलरेडी हम इतने अच्छे रिलेशनशिप में हैं with our, maybe with our spouse, with our parents, with our sibling or friend, anybody, इतने अच्छे रिलेशनशिप में हैं कि वहां पे अगर हम इवन इफ वी डोंट टॉक फॉर अ वाइल, आवर साइलेंस आर कम्युनिकेटिंग विथ ईच अदर. उस साइलेंस में पीस है, कंफर्ट है, अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, ग्रेस है, राइट. सो देर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन बोथ काइंड ऑफ साइलेंस. एक साइलेंस जहां पर डिस्टेंस बन गया है दो लोगों के बीच में, द अदर साइलेंस वेयर देर इज सो मच ऑफ कोहेसिवनेस, सो मच ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि उस साइलेंस एक हमको और पीस ही देता है. देयर इज नो नीड टू टॉक, द कम्युनिकेशन इज ऑलरेडी हैपनिंग, राइट. So what is one thing I have been expecting? Now we have to reflect on this, that what is one thing I have been expecting the other person to understand without actually communicating. दिस इज जस्ट फॉर रिफ्लेक्शन. कई बार क्या होता है कि हम लोग अक्सर इतना सारा एक्सपेक्टेशन रखते हैं कि अदर पर्सन ने तो मेरी बात समझी ही नहीं, उन्होंने उन्हें मुझे मेरी बात को समझना चाहिए था, इतना तो. वी कीप ऑन अज्यूमिंग, वी डोंट टॉक अबाउट इट. So assuming will never lead us to anywhere. That may lead us to misconception, misunderstandings, and that brings the friction again. So it is always better to communicate. So we are not only talking about the silence, it is also important to talk where it is important to communicate our message. Maybe we have done some assumption and there is a misunderstanding. So in a smoother way, first we need to heal ourselves before talking, because if we are unhealed and we start talking and communicating, that often turns into a grudge, into a kind of friction. So always heal and then talk to the other person. Communication is very, very important for a smooth relationship. Fourth is acceptance. Now, let us understand that we cannot fix the other person. जो जैसा है वो वैसा ही रहेगा, उसको फिक्स करना हमारा काम नहीं है. Our work is to fix our own self and accept the other person as they are, right? Two people are separate individual and they are allowed to be different from each other. They should be allowed to be different from each other. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि मेरा हस्बैंड है तो मुझे बस वो मेरे हिसाब से चलना चाहिए, मैं जो अच्छा पसंद करूँ वही पसंद करना चाहिए. उनकी भी अपनी इंडिविजुअलिटी है, उनकी भी अपनी चॉइसेस है. लेट्स गिव द freedom and let's give the understanding that two people can be different from each other. Fifth is boundaries. Now love doesn't mean losing oneself. कभी कभी प्यार में, जैसे हमने डिस्कस किया था, कभी कभी प्यार में हम इतना ज्यादा सैक्रिफाइस कर देते हैं, ओवर गिव करने लगते हैं, अपनी बाउंड्रीज को हम मेंटेन नहीं करते हैं. सो देयर हैज टू बी रेस्पेक्ट, देयर हैज टू बी अ फुल स्टॉप कि यहाँ इससे आगे कोई हमारी बाउंड्री को क्रॉस नहीं कर सकता. चाहे वो हमारे बच्चे ही क्यों ना हो, चाहे वो हमारे हस्बैंड क्यों ना हो, चाहे वो हमारे पेरेंट्स, डेफिनेटली मेंटेन द बाउंड्रीज, लेकिन वी हैव टू draw that boundary so that we maintain the self respect. Self respect is a very important part in the relationship. Sixth is the reciprocity. Now the communication, the flow of the maintenance of the relationship has to be from both sides. It cannot be one sided. One person is only giving, the other person is not, never reciprocating. So it has to be a reciprocation of the in the relationship. It cannot be, maybe not in the same way, maybe in a different way, but there has to be a reciprocation. Maybe that whenever we are talking to them politely, they also have to talk politely. We are gifting them in certain ways. They can also gift us in certain ways, but in a maybe in a different manner. But that reciprocity has to be there. Seventh is growth and repair and giving time to each other. This is a very, very important thing. Now, today, in today's scenario, when people are hooked on to their mobiles, to their laptops, we don't have time to give, in the relationship. तो किसी भी रिलेशनशिप को टाइम देने की जरूरत है, चाहे वो हमारे पेरेंट्स के साथ हो, चाहे बच्चों के साथ हो, चाहे हस्बैंड के साथ हो या सिबलिंग के साथ हो. कोई भी रिलेशनशिप तभी सस्टेन करता है when we are willing to grow and repair the relationship and when we are willing to give time to nurture that relationship. So time is a very important factor, maybe even for 5 minutes, but if we take out that 5 minutes and we are fully present to nurture that relationship, we are fully focused to nurture that relationship, that matters a lot. The quantity of time doesn't matter, but the quality of time definitely matters. Right? So these were the 7 pillars of relationship. And now let us do a quick health check for our relationship with just one person. So you can choose one person in your mind with whom you want to nurture and do the healing process today. So it can be your husband, your parent, your child, sibling, friend, colleague, or even yourself. And we have already done this healing thing with the self. Healing for self we already have done earlier. So today we'll be doing for some other person. Right? For self-love, we have already done it. So choose one person with whom you want to nurture the relationship. एक बार आप mind में choose कर लो. Have you chosen? Okay. Now you can take out your journal and do the scoring. Give each pillar a score from 1 to 10. We discussed just now the 7 pillars. So each pillar give a score of between 1 to 10. So first pillar is trust. I hope it is comfortable for you to write, Survi. Is it comfortable? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Next is respect. Have we given the scoring? Okay. Third is communication. You can give the scoring. How good is the communication part in the relationship? Next is acceptance. Between 1 to 10, you can do the scoring. Next is boundaries, where we have drawn a respectful boundary. Okay, so next is reciprocity, whether there is reciprocation. And last one is growth and repair and giving time. Are we giving time to each other in the relationship? It is from both sides. Okay. So just see which pillar has the lowest score, just observe. And that pillar is your growth area where we have to really work and nurture that. Okay. Okay. Now let's check what is our role in creating the relationship that you desire. What are you contributing? Okay. So complete this statement. In this relationship, maybe I give time, I give love, I give understanding. Just one word you can write down. Okay. Next is, what do you receive in this relationship? You receive understanding, love, generosity, any one word you can write down. Okay. I appreciate this person for. What is one thing that maybe, suppose if we don't have a good relationship, then maybe the lesson that we get from that relationship. You can write down about the good part also. You can write down also the lesson that we get from the person. All right. Written? So I appreciate this person for maybe the understanding that he gives, maybe the lesson that he or she gives, whatever you can write down. Something I have been holding against them is. What have you been holding against them? Maybe you're not getting time to listen to hear from this person. You have been looking to have good time with that person. Done. Something I may need to take responsibility for is. What do you want to take the responsibility for? To heal the relationship, to develop more trust in the relationship, anything. Just think of whatever comes to your mind first. Next is, something I wish I could say to them is. Maybe you have been wanting to say them that you mean so much to me. I love you so much. Whatever is there in your heart, but you have been wanting to say, but you haven't said to them. You can write down. One thing I want to stop doing is. And one thing I want to start doing is. Maybe you can stop doing assumption and you can start communicating more. Just check what is there in your heart. All right. Now, step 3 is, we are realizing that this relationship needs some kind of release, some kind of release of energy. So let us first understand that I release the need to replay old conversations. Sometimes it happens, the old conversation keeps on going in our mind, and that keeps on recreating that situation. So there is a need to release to replay the old conversation. Then second is, I release the need to prove that I was right. Many times we feel that I was right, and the other person thinks I was right. So we will be doing the release to need to prove that I was right. I release the expectations that have created distance between them. So since expectations sometimes brings the distance, because when those expectations are not fulfilled, that creates a gap, that creates a vacuum in the relationship. So today we are releasing the expectations that have been created between us, and I release resentment that I'm ready to let go of. Okay. So all these four things we are going to release. And let's sit comfortably now. We will be doing the Ho'oponopono healing meditation to release the unwanted feelings, unwanted emotions in the relationship, and how we can nurture them for better. So let me know if the volume of this music is comfortable along with my voice, or should I lower the volume of the music? Okay. So let's sit comfortably. And close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in and gently breathe out. Again, breathe in deeply, and as you breathe out, allow your shoulders to relax. Relax your face, relax your jaw, relax your hands, and bring yourself completely into this moment. And Surabhi, you can particularly relax your shoulders so that they feel at ease, and the healing also happens in the shoulder and the neck area. Okay. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Nothing you need to prove. And nothing you need to control. Just breathe. Now imagine and bring to your mind one relationship that you would like to heal, nurture, and strengthen. It could be your husband, your child, your parent, your sibling, a friend, or anyone who matters to you. And now say to yourself that I take 100% responsibility to heal this relationship. I blame no one and I just take 100% responsibility. Imagine that person standing in front of you. Now don't analyze the relationship. Don't decide who was right or wrong. Simply observe what you feel, how you feel. Just observe your feelings. when the person is standing beside you, how you are feeling. Maybe there is love. Maybe there is gratitude. Or maybe there is hurt. Maybe there is anger. Maybe there is disappointment. Maybe there are things left unsaid. So, whatever is there, allow it to be there. Don't push away your feelings. Now, gently place your hand over your heart. Look at this person in your mind. And from your heart, say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the times I reacted from my own hurt. I'm sorry for the words I may have spoken in anger. I'm sorry for the expectations I placed on you. I am sorry for the times I didn't listen. Or didn't understand. Or I didn't express what I truly felt. Take a breath and release. Now let us say, please forgive me. Forgive me for the ways in which my own fears, insecurities, and wounds may have affected this relationship. Forgive me for the things I did knowingly or unknowingly. And today I choose to forgive myself too. Thank you. Thank you for the love this relationship has brought into my life. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for showing me parts of myself that I needed to see. Thank you for helping me grow. Now take a slow deep breath and say, I love you. I send you love. I send you peace. And I release the need to control your journey. Just see that your soul is speaking to the other person's soul. All this conversation is happening from your soul to the other person's soul. And I release the need to control your journey. I release the need to change you. I release the need to make you understand everything. I choose to focus on the energy I bring into this relationship. Now release the emotional weight. Just imagine all this energy of heaviness and the emotional weight is releasing from your fingers, from your toes, from the tip of the spinal cord. Everything is releasing. Imagine that all the resentment, all the old arguments, all the expectations, and all the unsaid words are releasing from your body and mind, and you are slowly becoming lighter. Imagine all this heaviness is leaving your heart with every breath. Now breathe in peace and breathe out resentment. Breathe in acceptance and breathe out emotional heaviness. Breathe in love and breathe out the need to control. You don't have to forget what happened. You don't have to say that everything was okay. You are simply choosing that I don't want to carry this pain forever. And now choose the new relationship energy. And imagine yourself showing up differently in this relationship. More calmly, more consciously, more lovingly, and with stronger boundaries. See yourself communicating instead of assuming. Listening instead of reacting. Expressing instead of suppressing. And giving love without abandoning yourself. You are never abandoning yourself and giving love to the other person without abandoning yourself. And receiving love without guilt. Now slowly repeat, I choose respect. I choose healthy communication. I choose understanding. I choose acceptance. I choose healthy boundaries. I choose love without losing myself. I choose peace over repeated emotional conflict. Now heal the most important relationship and then make the transition. And now I want you to bring yourself, your attention back to yourself. Because sometimes the relationship we most need to heal is the relationship we have with our own self. So place both the hands over your heart and look at yourself in your mind and say, I am sorry. I'm sorry for all the times I was too hard on myself. Please forgive me for all the times I ignored my own needs. Thank you. Thank you for carrying me through everything. And I love you. I choose to treat myself with kindness, respect, and compassion. And now take one beautiful deep breath in and slowly breathe out. Feel your heart becoming lighter. You don't need to know what happens next. You don't need to force a conversation. You don't need to force reconciliation. You have simply chosen to change your energy, your response, and your intention. And from today, you choose to nurture relationships from a place of love, respect, awareness, boundaries, and emotional freedom. And now let us take one final deep breath in. Inhale, exhale. And when you are ready to move out of meditation, slowly and gently, you may open your eyes, you may wiggle your toes and fingers, put your palms together, rub them, place them over your eyes, relax your eyes, relax your mind, relax your body, and say, I have love in my heart. Peace flows through my heart. And I am fully contented. All right. Now you can just open your journal and just write on one thing that you can do differently in this relationship from today. Maybe maintaining more compassion, more peace, more understanding, more grounding, whatever. And what is one thing I need to stop carrying? Okay, written both the statements? Okay.
ये सेकंड वाले में मतलब can you give just examples, one or two example क्या आएगा? Which is one thing I need to stop carrying.
मे बी समटाइम्स हमारा एक्सपेक्टेशंस बहुत हाई रहता है जो वी आर कैरिंग. मे बी समटाइम्स वी हैव सम रिजेंटमेंट कि उसने ऐसा बोला था मुझे, है ना. तो इट कैन बी एनी एक्सपेक्टेशन, एनी रिजेंटमेंट दैट यू वांट टू स्टॉप कैरिंग नाउ. मे बी यू आर ओवर गिविंग. Okay, done. Okay, so let's have water in our hands. We can do the affirmations. All right, so you can repeat. Will you say it and then I will repeat? Okay. So first one is about love.
I attract and nurture healthy, respectful relationships.
I attract and nurture healthy, respectful relationships.
I give love without losing myself.
I give love without losing myself.
I receive love without guilt.
I receive love without guilt.
Love can feel safe, peaceful, and nourishing.
Love can feel safe, peaceful, and nourishing.
About communication, I communicate honestly and compassionately.
I communicate honestly and compassionately.
I express my feelings without blaming others.
I express my feelings without blaming others.
I listen to understand, not just to respond.
I listen to understand and not just to respond.
I allow myself to have difficult but healthy conversations.
I allow myself to have difficult but healthy conversations.
My boundaries are an expression of self respect.
My boundaries are an expression of self respect.
I can say no without guilt.
I can say no without guilt.
I can love someone and still have boundaries.
I can love someone and still have boundaries.
I don't have to abandon myself to keep someone else happy.
I don't have to abandon myself to keep someone else happy.
I release resentment that I am ready to release.
I release resentment that I'm ready to release.
I choose healing over holding on.
I choose healing over holding on.
I forgive myself for what I didn't know earlier.
I forgive myself for what I didn't know earlier.
I am willing to create a new relationship pattern.
I'm willing to create a new relationship pattern.
And the most I'm not here to control how others show up.
I'm not here to control how others show up.
I'm here to consciously choose how I show up.
I'm here to consciously choose how I show up. Okay, so we can drink water now. Yeah, and last one also you can read down.
A healthy relationship is not built by one big gesture. It is built by small moments of love, respect, communication, and repair, repeated consistently.
Yeah, a healthy relationship is not built by one big gesture. It is built by small moments of love, respect, communication, and repair, which is repeated consistently. Let's drink water. So now you have a 24-hour relationship challenge. Okay. So today choose one person and do one thing differently. It could be giving them a genuine compliment. You can choose among this anything. Maybe you give them a genuine compliment or listen to them without interrupting, saying thank you, give them a hug or apologize if you have been carrying something for a long period of time, if you feel like doing, then only, otherwise not. Have a conversation you have been avoiding, respecting a boundary for them, set a healthy boundary for both, or simply stop reacting and respond with awareness. So you can do any one thing differently today with the one person you have chosen. So that we are not only just doing the healing process, we are also bringing the change in a conscious change in the relationship. Done? Okay. So that brings to the end of this session for Ho'oponopono release for to nurture a good relationship. And I'll see you again in the next video. Till then, take care.
You too. Bye.
Bye bye.